Hey everybody, this is Zachary Schneider from the Dizzle Dynasty. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to kind of just put together a brief intro video to go on our different feeds for our podcast, just to kind of introduce myself, introduce us, what we do, what to expect from our content, and really just kind of give you a brief overview of the things you're going to see on our different channels. So, really, our goal with all of this stuff is to expand our network of content. For those of you who are not aware of our work previously, the Dizzle Dynasty is something that I started back in 2023, mainly operating as a short and long form content hub for all things basketball. So, basketball news, NBA fantasy basketball, dynasty basketball, the NBA draft, and college basketball, covering different topics, news, like I mentioned, a lot of different things that we are looking to do and have done for the last 2 years. But that being said, we've mainly operated on social media channels, operated in, long form content that's written. You can find that at Substack as well as our website, dizzledynasty.com. But really, I think one of the dreams for us has been to expand to video and audio content. I think that's really kind of been the end goal for a lot of the things we've been working towards, and what we continue to work towards as we keep going through and progressing with our content. So that's kind of what we're doing here. I went ahead and started our new podcast entitled the Dizzle Dynasty Podcast. Like I said, you can find this in all of your different places where you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, et cetera, et cetera. Like I said, we're just going to be able to cover a lot of our different content that we already do, and more. Have a lot more fun, have different formats of which you can get content, something you can kind of listen to, watch, learn from, instead of just kind of reading a giant block of text. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of really good stuff planned. The next video you're going to see after this one, after this little short intro, will be our interview and fun discussion with Finn Keel, owner of Two Way Talents, one of my favorite content creators out there. And yeah, we're just really excited about expanding to this platform. We've got a lot planned, like I said, much to come. We're really excited about what the future looks like for the Dizzle Dynasty. And really just want to say thank you to everybody who has followed along with our work for these last 2 years. This came about as a passion project for myself, and it's grown so much in a way that I don't think I really expected at all. It started as kind of just a fun way to, kind of expand the voices for fantasy and dynasty basketball. And it's really just grown into so much more in terms of the breadth of content that we cover. Adding a handful of our writers with Brian, Jay, and James. Really proud of the things that we've been able to build so far, and we're extremely thankful for every single person who has been here along the way for these last 2.5 years. We've got a lot of plans for the Dizzle Dynasty, suffice to say, and yeah, we hope you are able to stick around. So without further ado, I am proud to introduce the Dizzle Dynasty podcast. Like I said, you can find the next episode in our feed. This will be the very first episode of this podcast. Like I said, interview with Finn Keel, talking about his two-way talents, talking about some different two-way players, and much more to come after this. So if you do want to follow our work, you can go ahead and subscribe here on YouTube. Follow us on different podcast platforms that you're listening to this on. Continue to follow us on Twitter at Dizzle Dynasty. Read about some of our long-form content, dizzledynasty.substack.com or dizzledynasty.com for our website. A lot of content everywhere, like I mentioned, so much more to come. Hope you're along for the ride. And thank you so much for everyone who has listened, subscribed. We really appreciate you. And we hope you're excited for more.